Good morning. Hello. How are you all? Or good afternoon, good evening. Good to see you. I can't see who's online, who's watching this, but if you drop a comment, I think I can see it. I'm on my phone because if I go on my laptop with the Wi-Fi, the reception is not good enough. So I have to be on my phone and not on the Wi-Fi. Anyway, day 26. How good is that? If you told me a year ago I was going to do this, actually, I was told or asked by my online business to do lives regularly, and I just couldn't do it. I was too scared. And look at me now. Done 26 days. We've nearly come to the end of our magic, but not quite yet. Today, day 26, magically transform mistakes into blessings. It's a really good one, this one. Can be a bit confronting, but bear with me. Starts with a quote from Oprah Winfrey. Turn your wounds into wisdom. And we're going to tell you how to do that. Every single mistake is a blessing in disguise. And today's magical practice will prove it, because you're about to discover that there are actually untold blessings hidden within every mistake you make. Do you remember as a child when you learned to walk or learn to ride a bike and you kept falling down, and you kept getting up and getting on with it? You did not stop. You didn't give it a second thought, because you knew that through your mistakes, you got better, and you learned until you master what you were trying to do, whether it was riding a bike or walking. You just kept going. You didn't really think about making mistakes. They were part of the process. So why is it that adults are so hard on themselves when they make a mistake? Because the same rule that applies to children applies to you. We all make mistakes. And if we didn't make them, we'd never learn anything, and we wouldn't grow any smarter or wiser. It's a choice you have. So to learn from a mistake, you first have to own it. You have to say, yes, that was my mistake. You have to own it. And this is where a lot of people become undone, because what do? They blame someone else for their mistake. Imagine being pulled over by the police for speeding and giving a speeding ticket. And instead of taking responsibility for the fact that we were speeding, we blamed the police because they were hiding in the bushes on the highway around the corner. We couldn't see them. They had a radar gun, and so we didn't stand a chance. But the mistake was ours, because we were the one that chose to speed. So the problem with blaming other people for our mistake is that we still suffer the pain and consequences of our mistake, but we didn't learn from it. So bingo, we'll attract making the same mistake again. You are human. You make mistakes, and it's one of the most beautiful things about being human, but you must learn from your mistakes. Otherwise, your life will have a lot of unnecessary pain. So how do you learn from a mistake? Through gratitude. No matter how bad something may seem, there are always things to be grateful for. And when you look for as many things as you can to be grateful for in a mistake that you have made, you magically transfer the mistake into blessings. Just remember, mistakes attract more mistakes, and blessings attract more blessings. Which would you prefer? I think that's a no-brainer for me. So today, think about a mistake that you've made in your life. It doesn't matter whether it was a big or small mistake, but choose one that still hurts when you think about it. Maybe you lost your temper with a person close to you, and the relationship hasn't been the same since. Maybe you told a white lie to someone, and because of it, you ended up in a difficult situation. You might have chosen the cheaper option on something, and it all went wrong, and it ended up costing you a lot more. You might have thought you were making the right decision about something, but it completely backfired on you. We all have this sort of mistakes in our lives. So choose one today. And once you've chosen a mistake, to magically transform into blessings, look for the things to be grateful for. To help you, there are 2 questions you can ask yourself. What did I learn from the mistake? And what are the good things that came out of the mistake? And the most important thing is to be grateful about every mistake. For about every mistake are the things you learned from it. Because you always learn from a mistake. That's why you make them, to get better at things. So we all need to fail. I call it failing forward. As long as you don't get stuck into your mistakes and failures, but you accept them for what they are and are grateful for what you learned from them, then you can move forward. So think this through very carefully and see if you can find a total of 10 blessings to be grateful for. Every blessing you find about the mistake you made has magical power. Write out your list in a gratitude journal or type them on a computer. Let's take the example again for being caught speeding by a police car and receiving a fine. I'll read out 3 things that you could be grateful for. I'm grateful to the police because if I'm honest with myself, I was thinking about other things and I wasn't concentrating on the road. I'm grateful to the police for the wake-up call. Being pulled over did affect me, and it will make me watch my speed and drive more carefully in the future. I'm grateful to the police. They must see heartbreaking situations every day, and all they're trying to do is protect my life and my family's life. And I'm grateful to the police for making sure that I arrived home safely and walked through the door to my family, as I usually do. You see, you can find things to be grateful for, even out of getting a speeding ticket. So if you still have any mistakes that you made in your life that you feel bad about, and in your own time, follow this magnificent and magical practice. Think about it. Through one mistake, you have the power to bring many blessings. What else guarantees dividends like that? So that's the magical practice number 26. Magically transform mistakes into blessing. Don't forget to count your blessings this morning. Write them down and write why you are grateful. I find this helps me every day. Oops, I'm losing my earphone. To set myself up for a really, really positive and good day. And that's my intention for today again as well. Everything is going to work with ease and flow for me today. I can just feel it. Then choose one mistake you made in your life and that you feel still bad about, that still hurts. And then find a total of 10 blessings you're grateful for as a result of making that mistake, things you've learned from it, and write them down. Really, really try and think about this because it will help you move on through this mistake and also forgive yourself. To help you find blessings, you can ask yourself the questions, what did I learn from the mistake? And what are the good things that came out of the mistake? Just give it a go. It's a really good exercise. I found it helped me a lot with a few things I've done in my life that I'm maybe not that proud of or that I'm still hurting about. And then just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock. Think about everything that happened during the day and pick the best thing that happened and say thank you. Well, that's it for today. It's a lovely sunny day, so I'll probably work on my computer for a while and then I'll spend some time outside with my horse. I hope you have a lovely evening, day, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a magical day.